muscles. Ew, oh my god, look. The varicose veins and everything. I want to go kiss the tail.
Let's have a good one, that.
Hey, Macarena.
It's not even falling off.
I do believe it is still on. The earrings are falling off. I can hear it slowly. We might be safe for the earring this episode.
Move out of my way.
Bitch, please sit down.
Move. Move out of my face.
Much better.
Get away from my hair.
Yes, guys, welcome back to...
Hi.
You look like a porcelain doll. Just want to pick you up and smash you into a million pieces. I've heard a lot of people do want to smash you. Might need to write a list. Wiggle la booty into place.
I'm a Ben.
I'm a drag queen.
1, 2, there it is. Take it back.
Philanthropy again. Flapantry? Flap in your pantry. What? Flapantry. 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 Flangulate. That special word I said last week, anyway.
Welcome back, it's your favourite Disney princess, Ivy Drip. And again with me we have the beautiful, the wonderful.
It's me, Rachel Rhea. I put the glam into glamorous. She's here, she's queer. Time to make the party start.
Happy Pride!
Yes, so a little special. We're doing a little Pride Month edition, being the month of June that we are currently in at the moment. And I think we're just going to talk about everything queer, everything gay, everything under the rainbow flag we can think of, really. So it should be camp, it should be fun. We might have a sing-song, we might not have a sing-song because I can't sing, but we'll try our best. Oh Lord, smite me down and call me Mary.
I should break out into a sweat.
Oh God, I'm not sweating already. Oh, blow me.
Help me.
With it being Pride Month, I feel like we should maybe discuss about everything about Pride, what Pride means to us. It started as like a protest and an uprising and a movement that meant something, but we've still got to fight for things, still keep them going. I think you've got to keep that in mind. Rachel, shut up. He's told you once before and never tell you again. Shut up, Rachel.
I think,
Anyway.
Get out of my mouth.
Wouldn't be the first time you've said that, is it?
I think, Right, I'm just gonna roll with it. Obviously, protest, respect your rights, respect everyone around you, everyone's different, they're all there for a reason, but have fun. Be loud, be proud.
Tell me I look good. Tell me I look good. Tell me I look good.
You don't know that's Jesus for. Would you like a tissue?
Yes, please. Put your smelly foot down, you dirty bitch.
Here, use this.
Well, I mean, it's summit. It's summit. Let's dab.
What was... Oh God, hold on, I'll get rid of the tissue. Sweaty mess. She's a sweaty hoe.
Sorry, my husband just died.
So, what was your first Pride like?
Yeah, my first Pride. So, I was 15. I was skinny. Yes, skinny. Once I was a very skinny little twink and desirable and lovely. Now I'm just a man in a dress. So yeah, I was 15. It was in my hometown, Sunderland Pride. That was my first ever Pride. Up until that point, I had never actually seen a drag queen until my first ever Pride. And my instant thought was just, wow, I want to be her. I want to do that. And honestly, now knowing who that person is, big inspiration to me. The queen that I met, she is absolutely a diamond, absolutely gorgeous. And she kind of inspired this, really.
What did she make you feel like? Like, when you saw her, what did you initially think, like, that makes me feel?
I felt more like I had a family and I had people around us. So growing up gay, like, it's very hard because you feel very alone.
You're in a box.
Yeah, especially if you haven't got any like siblings or anything like that may be part of that community. You're kind of discovering it all yourself. And it can get quite emotional at times, but going to a Pride, and especially my first Pride, that just, wow, it just opened my eyes and it made me feel like I wasn't alone. And I feel like that's why Pride's important as well.
See, that really separates us because I actually grew up with an openly gay brother.
Right.
From a really early age. As long as I can remember, he's always been like the techie dinosaur that he is. For me, coming out was so easy, but obviously everyone doesn't get that. Like, they don't always get an easy coming out. Like, tragic things happen.
Down with the kids. Anyway, yes, so Pride. When was your first Pride, Miss Ivy Drip?
My first Pride was, I was 16 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And it was in my hometown. I don't even remember who I went with actually, but I ended up meeting like a really big group of people and we all ended up hanging out.
So my first Pride, I actually went to alone.
Were you not terrified?
I was scared. I was beyond belief, but I'd just seen things online. I'd seen things obviously that this was happening, and I made a point of going out because no one at the time in my school or anything was outly gay, anything like that. So
school.
I made a point of going to Pride by myself. And it was hard, it was difficult, but once I was there, I felt happy. I felt like this was my little thing. So yes, I went my first Pride.
It was in my eye. I've only been to Newcastle, Sunderland and Durham Pride simply because I have never been someone who wanted to just like...
Yeah, definitely.
Because I think it's terrifying to go into a different crowd of people that you've never been near before. I think that's terrifying.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I feel like some prides is like obviously regional, but they can get like quite cliquey with the people that surround and it's like you can go to them and it's like I'm celebrating with yous, but it's like they don't want you to be there.
Exactly.
And that sometimes that's what prides became as well. It's a bit of a mishmash of like cliques, and if you're not part of the community, you're not welcome. And honestly, I feel like sometimes we're our worst enemies. Sometimes.
I completely agree because in gay culture and society, it's really hard to be like, I interact with everybody. My first Pride, I interacted with so many different people who, before Pride, I'd have been looking at on the street and be like,
yeah,
what the hell? Like, what is that? Whereas when I went to Pride, I met these beautiful people who, now that I do drag and appreciate it as an art form, I look at them and I'm like, you are so brave to walk around in society day to day like that. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it sometimes goes over my head. Like doing drag for quite a while now, it's like the amount of people that generally look up to you and see you as this big sort of beacon and icon for the community, which is basically what drag queens are. So I don't feel like sometimes we realise it, but once you get going and once you get that flow of things, like, you know, you get taken away and it's like you kind of lose where you are. Have you got any funny Pride stories? Any back alleys, any toilet cubicles, any
Do you know what it is? I actually don't do anything like that at Pride.
Right,
I've kissed quite a few people. Like, you've got to kiss a few frogs to get
I remember when I had my first kiss at Pride. It was something else. It was absolutely gorgeous. Oh. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Gotta let it show. Woo! Girl.
You produce a lot of wind. You don't need to blow out anymore.
Excuse me?
You're excused. But like, with Pride, I felt so at home because I was raised, like I said earlier, with an openly gay brother who, to me, was someone that I could talk to. Not that we didn't really talk about
So
it.
when you went to your first Pride, were you out when you went to your first Pride?
I believe I just came out publicly.
Right.
Yeah. So I came out in the March, and then I went to Pride in the June. That was my very first Pride being out, and I was terrified. Coming out for me was so easy though.
Yeah. Tell us about that then. So what's your coming out story, Miss Trip?
Well, I was 16 and I actually had a house party with everyone from college.
Right.
But I remember it really vigorously because I got so emotional and I didn't know why.
Right.
So I went into the bathroom with two friends. I'm going to call them Adam and Steve, even though they were girls, but we're not naming anybody. And we were in the toilet. One of them was laying in the bath. One of them was sat having a wee, and I was just sat like in there. Obviously, they all knew that I was gay at this point, so they didn't really give a crap. But I was sat there and I was just like, I'm going to come out tonight. And they're like, what? I was like, I'm going to tell my mum that I'm gay. And they're like, oh my god, like, making a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, but I'm terrified. So I'm just gonna drink more. So I got really, really drunk, you know, just sat there with like a Smirnoff bottle, like, exactly.
Yeah.
Guzzling that shit like it's 1998, bitch. So from the bathroom, I crawled onto the stairs and I shouted, "Mom!" And she came up and she was like, "What do you want?" And I was like, "Sit with us." So we sat like this on the stairs and I was like, "I've got something to tell you." And I started getting really emotional. "I'm gay," and I just started bawling my eyes out, like dribbling everywhere. And she just looked at me and she went, "We know, stop crying, shut up." She stood up, she cuddled us and she was like, "We knew for ages, but we love you anyways. Thanks for telling us. Bye."
Oh, bless you. See, that's like the prime example of like having an accepting little household that you've been in, and like having. I think when you come out, it's very important to feel ready in yourself and feel like have that atmosphere around you. Because sometimes it's very hard. Like I've had a support family as well my entire life, and it's hard to imagine. It's like different situations. So I wouldn't. If you are thinking about coming out, don't come out until you're ready.
100%.
You assess the time period, assess who you're with, and the atmosphere you have around you, your friends. Speak to them first if you feel comfortable, but it need to pick out that time which is right for you. If anyone, don't let anyone force it.
I would 100% say though, like make sure that you've actually got like a built-up support network.
Yes,
if
definitely.
things do go south and it doesn't go the way that you plan, make sure you've got people that are actually be like, "It's okay, we accept you."
Yes.
Because having something like that, I've known people like take their own lives because of not being accepted, and it's a tragedy because they haven't had a support network. What about your coming out story?
Oh, my coming out story. We're going back a good couple of years now.
Wait, when did you come out?
I came out when I was 13 years old.
Really?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Damn.
So I was little 13-year-old me. My coming out story actually. So it's funny, right? I was sitting. Well, it's funny now that I think about it. It was absolutely traumatic at the time. Very, 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 very traumatic. So I'm just sitting down on the sofa like I am now, just watching a film with my mum. And then something happens. I think it's like there's a bit of a sex scene or something like that. And then I just see the telly's been paused. The telly was paused, right? And I'm like, looked over to my mum. And here's my mum looking back at us. She goes, "Have you got something to tell us, Andrew?" No. What do you want to know? And then she turns around and she's like, "Are you gay?" And then tears just flooded down my face. It was like Niagara Falls, just all the way down. And I was a wreck. And then she straight up. She came straight over, gave us the biggest hug in my entire life. It was like, "Everything's gonna be okay. I support everything. You're gonna be all right. Do not worry. Everything will be okay." And having that moment, just like, it was very traumatic, but it helped me discover who I was. Pride, then. Funny stories about pride. Let's go on to funny stories. Help me. Ow! Hey, I tell you what, we've got no pride flags. We've got no people. We've got no place to have it, so we're going to close the client shop. Close the
What?
Have it back, bitch.
STIs aren't transferable.
We finished.
I mean, if anyone else in the comments has like anything about pride coming out, like drop us.
Yeah, so share us your coming out stories, your pride stories, any funny things that's happened at pride you might want to share with people. Well guys, if you have liked what you've seen again today, do feel free to like, share, subscribe, take us to a family evening.
If you have enjoyed us, if you have, why do we take forever to do outros? Last try, I'll get at this one. Are you ready? Are you ready? This one's gonna be really professional. You're gonna be really proud. Oh my god, get away! If you have if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press that bell icon every time we upload. You will get a notification via Rachel's wig. We will send a signal or a carrier pigeon.
Technical difficulties. We will be with you very shortly.
Yes!
Forgive me for this terrible time we are in.
If you cut me off once more, I will cut you.
Call me bitch.